So we're live here in Nephi for the wrestling match against Juab. So Carbon High facing Juab. This is the varsity match, second dual match of the season for the Dinos against the number one ranked team in 3A, the Juab Wasps. And we're going to start with a Pledge of Allegiance. All right, one last audio check, test, while we wait for this national anthem. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
There she is. Our national anthem is sung by Mrs. Claus.
All right, that concludes the introduction national anthem. We'll get started here with the face-off.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys' patience with us.
Hopefully that's a lot better on the audio front. If anyone wants to text me, if it's not, I'd appreciate it. So as they come out on the mat, on the face-off, we'll talk a little bit about each wrestler. This is of course, number one ranked wrestler 3A, Carbon's own Jance Greenhall will be wrestling a freshman from Juab.
At 120 pounds, Katie Smith, Carbon, Trailer Collin of Juab. At 126 pounds, J.J. Munoz of Carbon, Liam Nielsen of Juab. At 215, Will Hinckley of Carbon. Cal Black at the Juab.
All right, we're going to try this again. Hopefully that
At 285,
solves the issue,
Simmons of
and you guys can hear us okay. Again, please text me if you can't hear this, and we'll further adjust. All right, the captains are joining the center of the mat after the face-off. Apologize for not getting that stuff, but we'll talk about each wrestler as they come out and share a little bit of information about them. Again, this is Carbon High Wrestling.
We will start
Second match of the season
165.
against the Juab, number 1 ranked team in the state. Carbon coming in at number 3 at the latest rankings by USA Utah.
Yeah, definitely a tougher opponent. Yeah, Carbon's definitely had a somewhat of a gauntlet compared to last year. Definitely wrestling some tougher teams a lot earlier in the season, but it'll be exciting to see how it pans out tonight.
Yeah, we're excited to see how the team faces off, and there's some good matchups. Again, this early in the season, kids aren't going to necessarily be where they are at the end of the season with weight, as the weight management plans still filter through. But this will be a good matchup to see where things are at. So they're going to start at 165, and this is actually a forfeit for Carbon, as Juab is not fielding a wrestler.
Yeah, somewhat surprising to me that Juab doesn't have a full lineup. Still though, early in the season, lock and change end of the year, so something to keep your eye on.
All right, so the first match of the duel will be Carbon's Bryson Ferguson, a sophomore. He's 175 pounds, against Juab's Xander Nielsen. I think Xander was a state qualifier last year, as was Bryson. Let's see how they face off. Looks like Xander's in on a quick double.
That's 3 takedown Juab.
Ooh. Bryson's on the re-attack, though. He's got to stay a little wider on that.
Yeah, stay
Not go
tough
head
on
to knee.
bottom.
Nielsen's looking for a cradle, as you can see. Juab's pretty darn good at the near side cradle, just like Delta.
Yeah, looking to turn
we're
here.
We're in trouble early here. Come on, Bryson.
And he escapes.
Looks like he got a count, but he hasn't let go of the cradle, so that count stays at 2.
Yeah, and out of bounds, we return to the middle. A minute, 10 seconds. Carbon down 5.
Bryson's got some good leverage back. Ooh, good attempt. There we go.
Nice.
Hips are free. Re-attack.
Looking for reversal here.
And he secures the
And
one
finish.
to escape and start back on their feet. Ooh. You know, Carbon's going to have to watch that throw by. Juab is notorious for getting inside and controlling that.
Yeah, Juab scores 8-1, nearing 30 seconds left in this first round. Back points for Juab.
Bryson's going to have to stay stout here on the bottom as Xander's pretty good on top.
We are out of bounds, returning to the middle. 10-1, Juab's up. Juab's got legs in here. Looking for one last turn.
Very heavy on the body on top with the Nielsen kid. He's looking for a half. That ends the first period at 10-1. Juab.
And Carbon's choice, Carbon defers. And Juab elects to go bottom for start of the second round.
Let's see how Bryson rides. He's generally pretty good on top, so we'll hope for the best here. Ooh, right out,
Yeah,
right off the
quick escape
whistle.
for Juab.
You got to stay inside on these Juab kids. See how Bryson is letting him control that inside tie with that.
Yeah, and Juab scores
and
here.
That lets him come in quicker and reduces the risk of a shot.
See here, one more
be
turn.
Be tough here, Bryson. Come through. Don't give up the pin. Hey.
And reversal, but that cannot do it.
That was too late. Being that the near fall was counted, that gives a technical fall for Juab for 5 points to start their first victory. So scores 6-5. Carbon still leading by 1 because of the fall. So this is probably one of the best kids in the state of Utah right now, wrestling for Juab and wrestling Carbon's Coleman Hinckley. This is Lad Holman at 190 pounds, ranked number 1 in the state.
Yeah, quick takedown for Juab here. Gets a turn. Coleman's got to stay tough on bottom. Good effort from both wrestlers, but
he's a tough kid.
Yeah.
Cole needs to keep his head up, keep working, stay positive. He'll have some good victories. I'm sure.
Juab scores 6, and we're going, and it's currently 11-6. Juab leading. All right, next up we have Coleman Hinckley's brother, Will Hinckley, wrestling at 215.
And he'll be facing off against Juab's 215 wrestler.
Out of bounds, first period.
Cale Blackett is this Juab kid's name.
Get a stall call first round for Carbon here.
Again, Juab staying inside, and Will's got to get inside. See how they control that inside tie, and they've got that underhook, and they're looking for the throw
got good
by.
head position there.
Okay.
Takes him to his back, scores 3-0. Juab leading with 1:20 left in the first period.
Keep pressure back on him, Will. You can't let him control that Iowa. Another thing that Juab's good at is controlling that Iowa. That leg is. If Will can get some pressure back and do what we call the Dino, potentially put himself in a better position. So, but he's staying stout there. He's not giving up a wrist.
Yeah, tight waist here from Juab.
All right, good.
That just stopped. Stalling called on Juab this time around.
Yeah, that's a good call, because if the wrestler's not looking to break him down and actively score, it's a form of passivity. And looks like to prohibit himself from doing that again, he's going to
optional start for Juab
and let Will have that one.
Yeah, 3-1. Oh, it looks like the clock is not rolling.
Hopefully they fix that. We've got 45 seconds. They hope they have something on the ground. Looks like it started rolling, but they're still 10 minutes longer than they should be. Much better on the head control for Will as he's staying inside, although needs to continue, but also protect his legs and circle in. Will, we got to circle in, stay inside. Okay. Careful.
Big throw. Keeps his toes in for Juab. Looking for the fall. 13 seconds. Good effort from Will.
All right. Looks like Juab jumps out to an early lead in these heavier weights. They're a lot more experienced in these heavier weights in terms of years on the mat, but I'm sure the Hinckley boys will continue to work and find some success. So at 285, Carbon fields.
Yeah, this is quick. Yeah, off to a exciting start.
Again, this match is Jared Simmons from Carbon, the 285-pounder, and he is wrestling Ryder Vincent from Juab.
Yeah, a bit of a switch up from the Delta duel where they had Maurer at heavyweight.
Good effort for staying face, Jared. Looks like he gave him the 3 as he came around just as they exited the mat. Score 3-0. Juab with that takedown. Got to stay on your base, Jared. He's building his base. Looks like the Juab kids maintaining good pressure. Jared's just a junior. I'm not sure of the age of his opponent here. Let me look that up real quick for you.
He's got his head down. He's got to bring that up and build his base here. 45 seconds left in the first. Juab leading by 3. Simmons got to stay tough on bottom here. Juab looking for the turn.
Stay tough, Jared. Stay faced.
Gets the turn. Ref holding point here. And this looks like Simmons escapes as they go out of bound, and the near fall is awarded. 7-0. Juab leading with 18 seconds left. Looks like, blood time here for Juab.
Give the kids a little chance to clean up as well as catch their breath. Carbon's gotta switch things up. I think they're being a little passive at the attacks and not attacking themselves. And I think a lot of it has to do with that inside control. Not maintaining that inside control.
I think it's got a lot to do with they're a little bit, scared. I don't want to say scared here, but they're a little
timid.
Yeah, definitely. Just you got to come in with a better attitude.
Yeah. Be confident in your skills and do what you can. Jared here. There you go. It's coming around.
Looking for the reversal.
He gets the reversal. He's got to stay inside. Good. Yeah. Well done, Jared. He's staying heavy there. Trying to ride him out.
That wraps up the first.
Nice.
7-2.
That was a great confidence booster, I'm sure, for Simmons. Simmons' choice. Looks like he's gonna go down. I mean, it worked once. Let's see if he can score here again. I believe Ryder is a junior as well, by the way. So just 2 juniors facing off.
Yeah, Juab's got good forward pressure here. Simmons trying to build a base.
It's important that Jared build a base and keep his chest able to expand and breathe. Being flat on the mat is not fun in wrestling, and let's hope he can do that.
Fighting for wrist control here. Simmons isn't giving him
Ryder's
anything.
doing a good job of trying to get inside and also hunting for that wrist. Jared's doing a good job. Oh, don't give him that wrist, Jared. Got to be tough right here. Building a base. There we go. Hip heist.
Got a little high there.
Little over a minute left in this second period. Again, the score is 7-2 with Juab leading the duel 17-6. Got to go forward, Jared. Come out. Be tough right here. Be tough right here.
Stay tough on bottom.
If he gets a good explosive bridge,
He makes it out.
Scrambles out.
Juab scores 4 near fall. We're 11-2, 45 seconds left in the second period, excuse me.
Yeah, that tight waist is taking its toll on Jared. Giving up
for
that
another turn here.
at half too. Jared's a scrapper. He's not going to give up the fall. Keep coming, keep coming.
He's
One
fighting
more.
here.
Fight it, Jared. Fight it.
And Juab with the fall.
37 seconds.
Tough kid.
That will change the score to 23-6.
So yeah, Jared broke into the varsity lineup this week,
106 pounds.
whereas Daxton Mauer wrestled last week. So, you know, the good thing about having depth in the room is they'll wrestle each other a little bit, quite a bit actually, and be better off. So let's hope for both of those boys, and Dax and Jared, to get some practice.
Both super hard workers. Yeah.
All right.
Good competition for both of them.
In this match, we have Carbon's own Jance Greenhall at 106, wrestling a freshman from Juab named Jack Holman. This is Coach Holman's son, and I think they've met in previous freestyle matches, but this will be their first folk style match, if I'm not mistaken.
Just the edge of the mat. Out of bounds here. No points scored. Minute 30 into the match. Or excuse me, 30 seconds into the match.
The Holman kid doing well at staying inside. Nice attack for Jance.
Elevating to his feet.
Jack's keeping that
Gets the
whizzer.
trip, but can't get behind. Scoot his hips here.
And he secures the 3. Good effort on Jance and continuing to attack. And as we know, Jance loves his offense. He's going to go ahead and cut him for 1. He's doing a good job of controlling that wrist on Holman, and that
Yeah, the Russian tie there.
That tie is wonderful to execute, to keep your pace.
Shoot, he's got an underhook.
He's given Juab a little of their own medicine with that underhook. And now here we are, pummeled up, both fighting for inside control. Tied it up with that Russian. Good attack by Holman.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here.
Jance
Good
has
defense
got
from Jance.
great hips. No re-attack just yet, but he's setting it up. Here it comes. And there we have another 3 takedown. Securing that cradle. Looks like he's got it locked up. He's looking for the cradle. Ooh, there's points
Gets
coming.
the turn.
Points coming in the cradle.
5 seconds left. Can he get the fall?
And
he does.
first victory, head-to-head. Carbon. Jance Greenhall scores 6 points against the number 3 wrestler in the state, Jack Holman.
Yeah, scores now 23-12. Juab's still in the lead. We've got Ashton Densley up for Carbon. And
Carbon's junior, Densley, against another freshman from Juab, Leo Larson. Both coming off a really good
nice slide by from Densley here. Scores the 3.
Last weekend of tournaments, Densley placing first in a tournament in Panguitch, and the Larson kid wrestling tough at the Millard Ironman duels, even as a freshman.
Pressure forward from Densley. Trying to work this bow and arrow.
I think Ashton's looking to redeem himself from his last duel. He felt like he wasn't able to perform like he planned, and he's trying to secure a victory here for the team. He's got that arm barred up. That's a brutal position to be in when you're on bottom. You lose your stability. Although Leo's keeping his legs tight. And here we have Ashton using the long body of his and the legs to punish and maintain pressure. again, scores 3-0. Carbon with that last pin by Greenhall, trying to make up the deficit in the team score, which stands at 23-12.
Densley looking for another turn here.
Trying to guillotine that up, and
Yeah,
potentially dangerous because of the placement of that armbar.
Potentially dangerous.
And 38 seconds left here. Densley's leading 3. We're trying to work another bow and arrow here. And gives up the 1.
Larson with the escape.
Larson with an attack here. Brings it to his feet, looking for a trip.
Nothing yet. That was
No points awarded.
pretty
Densley
gutsy move by Ashton on the
staying tough on
re-attack.
bottom.
He's got to stay stable.
The 3 is given. 10 seconds left. Match
And
is stopped.
a little bit of a risk to take that, but not a bad thing to do this early in the season. Kind of get where you're at and help you with mat awareness in the future.
Now we've got blood time for Densley here.
But you got to give it to the freshman there on the scramble. Ashton took the risk to try and re-attack off of that position. Ended up getting out scrambled.
Yeah, this match looked a little one-sided for most of this first round. But interesting move at the end there.
Yeah, these freshman kids from Juab, they've come up through a program that's really tested them, and they can be dangerous. They're proven, and they can also be confident and even risky themselves, and that can be dangerous for you as an opponent. But let's see if Ashton can come back. He's generally good on the bottom.
And that wraps it up for the
Short time left with Juab's choice on this second period, deferring to Ashton.
Ashton elects to choose bottom, and we go into the second period, 4-3. Densley's down 1.
Ooh, that's a little hard on that set.
Roll.
Nice. He's looking for the switch.
Spin his hips,
and
and
right
he gets
there.
it.
2 points puts him up 5-4 on Larson. He's looking for that bow and arrow to quite.
Yeah, the leg comes in.
All right, Ashton needs to be careful here. He tends to get a little cross body, and there's
There he
his
gets the
split.
turn.
He's getting the split. He's got to
Points are
stay
given.
tight.
Counting. Ref
Count it
holding
2.
2.
It's good move.
Yeah, with that near fall 2, we're now 4-7. Minute 15.
Oh,
Looks
he
for another
secured
turn.
the wrist. He secured the wrist. Oh, he's all right. He's all right. If he
Dangerous
just comes
territory
through.
here. He's got to bring his hips up. And gives up that reversal.
Little precarious position in that. What happened was Ashton came off of the wrist, ended up in a guillotine that slid away from him.
And we're going back into blood time for Densley.
And
Score is 6-7. Densley's leading.
he's lucky that the referee didn't get set on that near fall. Otherwise, he'd be down. But good match. 1 point difference coming at the end of the second period. Coach Holman's questioning the near fall that wasn't awarded for his wrestler. We'll see what the decision is as they have consulted. I don't think the official's going to give it to him, but I could be wrong here.
Yeah, 55 seconds left in the second period.
All right, this is a good position for Ashton to be in. He could score quickly from here, as we saw, and get back those points he gave up. So we got to be tough here, though.
Sit
There's
out,
a
trying to work the
switch.
switch here.
Looking for the spladle.
Hips up.
Spladle's there. Spladle's there. No.
Juab's
Well, that's
falling.
I would call that. I would have called that, but you can't have coaches on the mat like that. The official needs to call a corner. And nice job by Ashton.
Nice.
Didn't panic, came through.
Yeah, it looks like near fall is awarded for Juab here.
As it should have been.
So the score is 10-9. Densley is now down a point.
We got to turn him.
Wrapping up the second period.
He's looking for that bar. He's going for it.
Good for a turn before
Got to bury his hips. Step high.
Cannot find the turn going into the third here.
Yeah, you can sense the excitement here on their feet now. Takedown establishes the lead here for Ashton.
Ashton with the attack here.
He's looking to try his.
No takedown here yet.
Nothing yet. As he's on the fireman's there. He's got to secure that leg and kind of wiggle out. Okay, watch. He's got to either come the back way. No, nothing yet.
No three here yet. And it is given.
Gives up the takedown. You know, you got to hand it to Ashton, though. He went for the attack as he knew he needed that score. But he's now he's got a hole. He's down 13-9. Just over a minute 15 left in the third period. This is, you got to rely on conditioning here for Ashton and some heart.
Down
he
4
reaches
points.
behind. This is a kid that is pretty Gumby like. He's
there.
He's scrambling.
Fighting. Oh, near fall on that turn. Minute left. Densley's down big.
He's got to dig deep here. He gets a reversal and 2 near fall. He's tying it up, but time's ticking away. 40 seconds. And he's looking a little tired. There's a little bit of a scramble. And
he gets a reversal here.
He's got to turn him.
30 seconds left. We need a turn.
He's got to go. He's got to go desperation.
Juab just sitting on bottom.
He can afford to stall here.
Yeah. Looking for one more turn. Goes back to that spladle. It's nowhere. 10 seconds left.
8 seconds. That's a good match. Good match.
Yeah, good effort for both wrestlers.
That's a good match. That'll happen again. That match will come again, and we can root for Ashton to have a different outcome. So
yes, early in the season.
Got to hand it to the Larson kid though for being as aggressive as he was and positive in his attacks.
Turn the lights on. There's been a rumbling going on out in the hallway, and apparently there's some problems going on.
Wow.
So we'd like to invite all our Little League wrestlers to come out on the mat.
Looks like we're going to take a little bit of an intermission and recognize some of Juab's junior wrestlers. I don't know, how do you think they're doing, Gavin?
Like I said before, I think they're coming out a little bit scared, but especially first time Carmen's been here in Juab for whoever knows how long, so definitely an intimidating atmosphere. But
yeah, this is a team that they're wrestling that has 6 years in a row, might even be more than that.
Something
if you
like
look
that.
In here in the gymnasium, it's banner after banner of wrestling state championships. So yeah, it is an intimidating atmosphere to come in and face the number 1 team in the state, number 3 in the state, all classifications. As Coach Holman has built a dynasty here, and it's regrown every year. It's quite impressive.
I think it's something that's definitely welcome with this team, especially. You know, they've faced a lot of, especially these seniors, they faced a lot of adversity, and just knowing that they're here, that they're, I don't want to say worthy, but they're here, sticking it up to Juab, means so much.
Yeah, I applaud Coach Greenhall making sure this match happened and trying to even get here to, because I know duels are hard to schedule anymore. There's not a region set duel schedule in wrestling. The coaches themselves have to reach out and ask for these duels, and so we're privileged to be here and watch Carbon put up the best fight they can at the best opponent, because you don't get tougher in wrestling by wrestling kids that are of equal or lesser value than you in terms of on the mat performance and skill. You get better by wrestling kids that are tougher than you, and you take those risks and you make efforts that increase your abilities.
Wow, surprise entrance from the Grinch, apparently.
Wow, they're really spicing up their youth program here. This is I don't know how you announce this, Gavin.
I don't know either. I mean, if there was a place where the Grinch would live, I guess it would be Nephi.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Christmas for a wrestler, it's a tough holiday for wrestlers.
Yeah.
Because of the eating and the gruel, the cruel time of year in terms of short days, long nights in the room. That's what it feels like in terms of you go to practice early in the morning and then you don't finish a match until night. You go to practice in the dark. You don't finish until it's dark with a match.
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. Everyone involved, really.
That's what I was looking for, the grind. And so when you think about Christmas where you get to eat all the goodies and stuff, you know, wrestling, you got to forego that. So
yeah, Coach Greenhall has a saying, all grit, no quit. And that applies to, I really think, every part of wrestling. Whether it's you're down big in a match or you're looking at that piece of cake during Christmas time or whatever.
Yeah, wrestling doesn't end when you leave practice or a match in a competition. If it's not watching what you eat, it's going on that extra run to keep yourself in shape, or so you can eat a little bit more the next time you sit down to eat, because your management of your weight is a big part of this sport, and that doesn't stop the whole season. And even the off season, if you're going to make this part of your life, you got to be ready. You know, a lot of these kids played football on both sides of this duel, and in football, they encourage you to be, you know, larger and muscular, and yet after the football season's over, you got to prepare for wrestling, and that's a short turnaround. Oh
yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of tough guys on this team, though. They transition well.
So I don't know if I'm a fan of this.
Yeah.
You know, we're an hour and a half away, or more than that, and I get that the community wants to make this a fun event, but I hope this isn't a mainstay of our duels in the future.
Yeah. I think it's fun, but I don't know, something to get the community involved.
Well, looks like they're wrapping up their intermission, and looks like we'll get started here soon with the next match, which we're anxiously anticipating, and that will be returning state champion from Juab, Trevor Cowan, against Carbon's Caden Smith. And Caden being a very dangerous wrestler himself, as you witnessed against Delta last week, and doing some good things. We do got to give it to Juab for putting on a little bit of a show and spreading some holiday cheer. Of course, Santa is victorious. The Grinch never wins, and I'm sure the Grinch will have a change of heart. So I do got to give it to him for originality and trying to bring some holiday cheer. So
I don't know about originality, but but definitely something to get the community involved.
I don't know. Same old story, but a wrestling match, Gavin. You know, the only thing they were missing is the dog. You know, that's my favorite character in the. Or what's her name? Lucy Woohoo. What's her name?
I think it's Cindy Lou Who.
What did I say? Lucy, Cindy, whatever.
Anyway, we've got wrestling going on.
Yeah, wrestling's more important. And yeah, let's get started again.
Lower the lights. We're going to get back to wrestling.
And right here we've got Caden Smith from Carbon. Super hard worker. Very tough. Wrestled very tough match against Delta last week also.
Carbon's choice at 120 pounds. Caden Smith of Carbon.
Again, this is one of Juab standout wrestlers, but
yeah, quick slide by
Caden. I know is not intimidated, as he's that type of kid who will do what he can, and he's crazy with that chin whip. Absolutely dangerous, but it's like Trevor sniffed it out, and but yet not getting the takedown, so it did pay off in the end for Caden. Caden staying inside on that tie down, although he needs to be a little more forceful with that.
And we go in, minute 15 left, 6-1.
Trevor with the bulldog, scoring some near fall. And locking up a great half. Caden's got to keep that elbow down and away, protecting himself from that half, and now the arm bar. Caden's got to creep that hand forward. Scores 9-1. Just under a minute left in the first period.
Just working that arm bar. That's a brutal position to be put in, but Smith looks like he's staying tough on bottom here.
Got to be strong. Shimmying. Look. And the fall.
Yeah, and that raises Juab up to 32-12.
6 points in a match score with a fall, of course. Next up at 126 is Carbon Senior, JJ Munoz. Wrestling Liam Nielsen from Juab. This Nielsen kid, not too familiar with him. Let's see how JJ will do. Great attack off the whistle for Munoz.
Yeah, Munoz coming off a big win against Delta.
Unfortunately, Nielsen's got that arm. He's got an underhook on that arm as JJ kept it wide. He's got it out now, and JJ can control that elbow. He'll protect himself from any offense from Juab's wrestler. A little bit of a trying the cement mixer there.
No points.
Oh, caught off guard. Pressure exactly when it needed to happen for Juab wrestler, and JJ just gave up takedown and 4-point near fall. 7-0 Juab.
Yeah, the legs are in. Another just brutal position.
He's great with that half, man. Just working the leverage. Oh.
And gets the fall.
JJ caught on the bottom in a tight move. Nielsen kid, tough wrestler. I don't know if I missed his name last year at state or what, but man, great wrestler. I'm sure JJ will work to redeem himself in the next.
Leffler.
All right, 2 state placers last year. This Miller kid's tough. Gage, of course, very aggressive, as you can see off the shot, off the
big
whistle.
Scramble. just right off the whistle. Out of bounds. Minute 45 left.
No points. This is 132 pounds. Gage is wrestling a little light for this weight, but because of his weight monitoring and weight plan, this is where he's going to be. So it could be a blessing in a way, because he can eat what he wants in a way, in terms of not losing weight. There we go. He's got a scramble here.
Another
he
scramble.
Stays careful right there. There we go.
Looks for the fall, gets the turn. Looking.
Good bridge for
amazing bridge by Juab.
If Gage can
Got to
stay
on his
chest to
toes.
chest or get chest to chest, it'd help. But great scramble.
Near
by
fall
the
is awarded.
Juab
We're
wrestler.
0-7. Carbon up.
Brevin is the young man wrestling, of course, from Juab. I want to make sure I get his name right.
Leffler trying to work the legs in here.
Gage is outside, and notice how the Miller kid reached and took his wrist. That's a dangerous position. We want to stay inside. He's not panicking. He's looking to score some near fall. Hips up.
Another
hips
scramble
up.
here.
Looks like he's going to give him one. Great offense. Gage has always been tough.
Here.
His attack, it's just the finish where he's really struggled, and he's improved.
That wraps up the first period. 1-7, Carbon leading. It's Leffler's choice. Leffler to first to Juab. And Juab chooses to go bottom here. Again, Leffler in with the legs.
Caught.
Backfires on him.
Caught without
Looking for a
finishing
fall.
it. Gage has got to be tough right here. Oh, super tight.
Gets the fall.
Super tight headlock. Front headlock. Looks like he had Gage's arms pinched, and you're down there on your back.
Yeah,
I
again,
can't breathe. It's brutal.
Leffler wrestling light, giving up all that weight.
All right, another highly ranked wrestler from Juab, wrestling Carbon's Cohen Labrum at 138 pounds. This is a tough match for Carbon, but Cohen, I know, has it in him to be aggressive and re-attack by Abbott.
Yeah, brings it to his feet.
Pretty slick. Come on, Cohen. Way to not panic.
No points awarded yet.
Good scramble for Cohen, not panicking. If he can release that ankle, he's going to be okay. He's going for the re-attack. He's actually in good position. Stay faced now. He's got to get faced. Don't let him lock up. If he lets him lock up that cradle, it gives up the 3. So he's got to stay wide. Hey, nice job.
Goes out of bounds.
Good scramble. Stay inside.
Attack from Juab here.
All right, if Cohen can get inside both, he's got to be able to come up. Don't go ear to ear. This is where Cohen struggled a little bit.
Juab looks like he's locked up the cradle. Gets the 3.
There's the cradle for a near takedown, and Cohen's great at fighting. He contorts himself, but unfortunately he's given up some near fall here. Keep fighting.
Staying tough on bottom, and Juab gets the fall here.
Jed Abbott gets the fall. And Cohen's just a sophomore. He's got a lot of years of wrestling ahead of him. Jed, I believe, is a junior.
44 pounds, state champion Riker O'Haron.
And this is, I believe, a repeat of last year
Greg Johnson.
of a match from last year. I know Riker, Carbon's returning state champ, is relentless on his feet, relentless everywhere. So this will be a good match.
Yeah,
Both feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Riker's never in a bad position, rarely. Looks like this Johnson kid's anticipating that and kind of wrestling out
keep
of
him
the
on the edge
mat.
of the mat.
There's the attack by Riker, and ooh, just a beautiful Navy to finish that.
Stay in bounds.
There's the 3. I think he was hesitant, the official, until he realized that Riker's toes were still in the mat, so good call.
All right, looks like crossers control here. Tilt.
He's got that
No
tilt.
near fall awarded.
Riker does such a good job of maintaining wrist control and just keeping that tight. It's a kind of an improvised 2-on-1 where he just locks that wrist and elbow to force
Another tilt, near fall given here.
it to the gut of his opponent, restrict their breathing, and give him a steering wheel to turn
Refs holding 4.
turn him at will.
Points awarded 0-7. 30 seconds into the 30 seconds left. Excuse me, into the first period. For another tilt.
Match score being 50-12. Looks like Riker's looking to rack up more near fall there. Was that a 4 count?
I think so. No, 3 count. Brings the score up to 0-10. 10 seconds left. We're out of bounds.
This is a great display for the O'Haron kid at his dominance. This Johnson kid is not
Another tilt.
someone who is easily beaten.
Winding
either.
down.
So another,
Did he get the 4?
and there's the
Another 4 points.
So one more, and that'll be the technical fall.
Choose the bottom position. Start the second period.
Riker likes to go bottom here.
Just able to come up without any real effort as he's maintaining his weight pressure where it should be. Johnson looking for a mat return. And
Cat
you know,
position there.
good wrestlers do exactly that. They do what's called a cat position. They land right in position to score. And there's the,
Might want to look for the fall here if you're Riker.
there we go.
Looking for the
Granby
fall.
to a headlock to a fall with a score of 16-0. Let's see if he can secure it. And there it is.
He does. Gets the fall.
Great display there for our
Yeah.
own Riker O'Haron.
Changes the team scores to 50-18.
All right, Carbon's LaShawn Duran wrestling. Really good wrestler from Juab, Caden Martineau. I'm not sure where Caden placed last year. I believe in the top 3, the state tournament last year. But LaShawn's wrestling tough. He's
Yeah.
coming off a great place, second place last week in Panguitch.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised with his
Looks like
performance this
Martineau
year.
He's able to scoot around behind him and get that cradled up to score the 3, but LaShawn staying faced and should be awarded 1 here.
Yeah, there it is.
You can't let him hammer your head like that. Sean staying faced.
Just arming that
The
leg
Duran
there.
The Duran kid's a really strong physical kid. I'm glad he's gotten some confidence and has been healthy so far this
Yeah,
year.
it looks like Juab scores second takedown of the match here. Brings the score to 6-1. Lets him up.
Unfortunately,
Another takedown.
head controls going to Juab quite well there. And that's securing the offense for Martineau. If LaShawn can keep his head up and stay faced, everything needs to be in front of you. If you're gonna attack it, keep it in front of you, and don't drop your head. That's something I know LaShawn will work on after this match.
Yeah, after that series, the score is now 15-4.
You got to stay away. Can't go head to knee on
Cradle.
Juab. They will cradle you like crazy.
Looks like LaShawn rolls through on that. Might be looking for a tilt here. And that wraps up that first round.
Very high scoring first round of wrestling. It's kind of the beauty of the three-point takedown anymore, though. Makes it very, very exciting with points being flashed a lot more.
Definitely more incentive to score.
Yeah,
definitely
it increases the incentive to risk the attack. Looks like LaShawn trying something drastic and got caught.
Gets the turn. Ref's giving him a chance to look for the fall here.
And that's the technical fall right there.
Yep.
So that'll secure another 5 points for Delta, with the match score being 55-18. All right, Carbon's Jack Burdick up next.
Now up at 157, Jack Burdick.
And he'll be wrestling. He'll be wrestling Juab's Landon Whitaker. I believe this Whitaker kid was a qualifier last year. I'm not certain on that. State qualifier, that is. I know Jack took 4th place in state last year, just a sophomore. Had a great tournament last year. I don't know if he was even scored on down in Panguitch. So let's see what kind of offense Jack can put together here. He's a very stable wrestler, really fundamentally sound, and very strong.
Doesn't get any there.
And just follows through that
Goes for the
textbook attack.
Cradle here. Locks it up. Doesn't have the momentum to go back though.
Interesting, Jack's given the Iowa, which is what Juab does so well.
And he lets him up. Scores 3-1. Minute left.
Great. Display of changing levels for both wrestlers in terms of trying to set something up. Jack staying inside. I think he understands the importance of that after his years of freestyle and Greco. See how he's fighting inside like that. That'll maintain control, and that's so huge.
Another big shot.
Beautiful double.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing confidence when you just blast through
great,
that level
great
change.
mat awareness there also, shooting on the edge of the mat.
Yeah, protect yourself. If something goes awry, you can just go right outside the edge and still be safe. Looks like this Landon keeping it inside, underarm, underhook, excuse me.
Oh, look, goes for the great lat drop.
Drop.
Looking for the fall. He gets it.
Awesome display from Mr. Burdick. Congratulate him on that wonderful move there to score that 6 point. So that'll conclude the duel. Carbon losing to a very, very competitive Juab team, number 1 in the state in 3A, number 3 in the state in all classifications, 55-24. Again, once again, good sportsmanship being displayed here as they shake hands. Thanks for being with us. We'll try again next time, and appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you. You letting us commentate for you.
this weekend.
And yeah,
Next door in the Hive.
two of these teams will just want to
Coming out. We'll see
make a
you
shout out
next time.
for Carbon Wrestling this weekend at Carbon for their own tournament, the Dave Smith Memorial Dual Tournament. Got a lot of teams coming in, some from even out of state to wrestle, and we wish the Juab Wasps good luck on their tournament. They're wrestling in their own tournament here as well. So two of our teams facing off in their own tournaments this week. Come support Carbon, and let's continue to watch this season and these kids develop and be better. Talk to you later.